So you've been out with some friends, had a couple of drinks, and on your way home, and you see the blue lights behind you. What do? First thing you do not do is start staring in your rearview mirror and wandering all over the road. You concentrate on your driving, you pull into a safe place, and you park correctly. If there's a parking space, you pull into the parking space and you stop. And why do you do that? You don't want to look guilty. Now, the officer will then approach the vehicle. Do you get out? No, you stay in your vehicle. Get your driver's license, insurance, and registration cards ready. Don't fumble them. Have them in a place they're easy to get. Show them to the officer. If the officer requests that you get out of the vehicle, then you get out of the vehicle. When you get out of the vehicle, be careful. Don't trip. Don't use your vehicle too much for support. Take your time. Don't get in a hurry. Now, the officer is going to be asking you some questions, and my advice is invoke your right to remain silent. Let the officer know very nicely, "Officer, I'm not going to answer any questions. Yes, that's me. This is my registration, insurance, and driver's license, but I'm not going to answer any questions. Where have you been? How much have you drunk?" All this sort of stuff. It never helps you. You're better off just not answering any questions. If the officer decides to begin a DUI investigation, he or she will say, "Well, come on over here. I want to look in your eyes with my pen. I want you to start doing these field sobriety exercises." Those are strictly voluntary. You do not have to do those. On your driver's license, it says, I agree to perform all tests as required by law. These are not tests. These are exercises. You're not required to do these. There's no downside. And the upside is if you don't do them, they can't say, "Well, he stepped off the line, he had trouble keeping his balance." You refuse to do them. Now, officers are very good about pressuring you to do these things. You just have to stand your ground, not answer any questions, and refuse to do any field sobriety exercises. At this point, the officer doesn't have very much to prove a DUI, but sometimes they arrest you anyway. If you're arrested for DUI at this point, you're going to be taken down to the local police department, and they're going to ask you to blow. Now, if you've been drinking a lot, you refuse. If you haven't had much to drink, I weigh 230, I could drink about 3 or 4 drinks without it affecting anything, I would blow. I would say, "I'm blowing." In fact, I tell the officer up front, I'm blowing. It's proof that I'm not impaired. I'll be under .08, I know, at 230 pounds. If, however, you've been out, you've had a lot, refuse to blow. It's going to suspend your driver's license, but it'll probably prevent you from getting a DUI. At that point, you'll be booked, taken down to the county jail. You'll be given a bond. You'll be able to bond yourself out. And of course, at that point, you'll be pretty well protected from a DUI. Hire an attorney, a good attorney, and you should see your way through this without a DUI on your record.